Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. The discourse on Twitter for the entirety of the day, from when I went to commute to work, when I was on break at work, and on my commute back from work. The only thing I seem to see, all the discourse about how Hasan Piker bought a house. Now, not just any house, a pretty swanky looking place in West Hollywood. So of course lots of people are saying, well, this isn't very socialist of you, and I do not want to get into that. I'll get to what I want to get to in a second. But just everyone, whether you're on Hasan's side or against him, just so much discourse was focused on him buying a house. And lots of people throwing excuses for why it's okay or why it's not okay. And for me, really, this was the best take. I'm not mad Hasan bought a house. I'm mad he makes a living off of preaching socialism and does fuck all materially to help it develop. Unless he's somehow funded a union drive or hosts Marxist educational since I last watched him, the point stands. Yeah, I think that's a fairly valid criticism. But even then, none of this is what's actually bothering me today. What bothers me is that America and up here in Canada, we are dealing with a massive homelessness crisis. LA recently criminalized it. They made it a crime to be homeless. And police going and doing just terrible clearances and destroying the few possessions that homeless people own. We've seen that from sunny California to here in Canada and even in Toronto, supposedly progressive Toronto. And with the eviction moratoriums ending on both sides of the border, what's absolutely infuriating me today is that all this energy, all this time and devotion to Hasan buying a swanky ass house is not being used to actually meaningfully help people. We're all guilty of this. How many of those here in Canada tweeting because we're mad about Hasan Piker buying a house? How many of us donated to Raise the Roof or to Acorn? How many of us are actually working with our local Acorn chapters? How many of those in America ranting and railing about Hasan Piker are also taking the time out of their busy schedules, either today or, this upcoming weekend? It is Friday after all. To go and show solidarity with homeless people and prevent clearances, or go and fight and help tenants organize, or anything, right? Instead, hundreds of thousands of us are bitching about Hasan Piker buying a swanky house on the internet. In what world does this fucking matter? And to make it clear, no, I am not defending Hasan Piker. There is legitimate criticism that can be levied his way. But it is just so wild to me that so much energy was devoted to this being the discourse when there's a very real homelessness crisis that's affecting lots of us personally and people we know, and it's in our communities. And instead, we're ranting about the swole bread twitch daddy. I can't tell you how few fucks I give about that. So instead, and to be ever so slightly useful today, I'm going to post some links down below for Americans and Canadians to basically try and help deal with the actual homelessness crisis that is plaguing both our nations right now. And then I'm going to get in touch with my local Acorn chapter and see other ways in which I can help. And then this Sunday, I am going to raise money for residential school survivors with a fuck ton of other really cool people. That's where I'm putting my energy today and this weekend, rather than being mad that Hasan, who makes money as a Twitch streamer in a capitalist system, bought a West Hollywood house. For some reason, this is news when the real news should be the worsening homelessness crisis. And the fact that that's not in the news and that that's not the discourse today is definitely what's bothering me today.